Stop it, Charron. Okay, I think we're live. We are live. This is Rod Davison coming at you from Fresno, California tonight on February 25th. And tonight we're going to be talking about lead generation mastery. So this is actually a product in the back of MLSP. It's got about 6 modules, and we're going to basically take you through each module, give you a little bit of summary on it, and show you how important this is because let's face it, lead generation is the lifeblood of our business. And I know Paul kind of hates that lifeblood because everybody uses it, but it is what it is.
I do hate the lifeblood thing. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Paul Charron, and I'm home tonight. I'm in my home office again here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and broadcasting from here after our little 4-day whirlwind adventure, visiting Rod and some of the West Coast here. And
how was that West Coast over there?
Dude, it was awesome. You know, I've got a new appreciation for Fresno. For those of you who've never been to Fresno before and heard bad things, it's actually pretty cool. I mean, I'm a farm boy from Canada. For those of you who don't, maybe not know my story, I'm a farm boy. And I grew up in that area where there's cattle and there's cash crops, corn and wheat and all that kind of stuff. And so it's kind of cool to be back in an area that is a lot of farmland. And I didn't realize how much of it there is up there. I mean, there's literally tons of it. And as my wife and I were asking you guys about all the literally thousands of acres of trees with white buds and pink buds and all that, and you guys were saying, what, they're peaches and...
Yeah, I think the white ones are peach and the pink ones are nectarine, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so it's really beautiful, and if you're a city boy, you might not see that, or a city girl, you might not see that, but it really is beautiful. And to see and get a new appreciation, folks, of where our stuff comes from, because it's really, you go to everyone talks about the heartland of America, and some of the heartland of America is right there in Central California, and you can see those products that we eat every single day, or I should be eating every single day, fruits and vegetables and stuff. You see where that comes from, so it's really pretty cool. And so that was neat, and a new appreciation of Fresno. It was a lot bigger than I thought, and your place, dude, was rocking. I loved your neighborhood being right there on the edge of town, so you kind of had the best of both worlds, kind of like a new neighborhood just on the outskirts near the farm area. I think Rod had like wineries and stuff just around the corner from his house, so that was really cool. And,
yeah, when you're born and raised, around all the farmlands, you kind of take it for granted, when you can just walk outside and grab a nectarine or a peach or something off of a tree, and then if you go and buy one in a store, it's like, what is this? It's just, it's completely different. So, I mean, and I don't know exactly what the percentage was, but I heard, that California, all of the California stuff that we grow here, feeds like 70% of the world or something like that, some crazy thing.
Right. And I know, some of you guys watching are like, what the heck is this? I know some of you tuned in because you heard the evening buzz and you thought this was a show about the Colorado pot rush. But unfortunately, we're not. We're about business. So when we talk about business, guys, it's all kinds of business. And I get excited about all business because it just shows the economy and how things move. And if you really start to pay attention to all that stuff, you'll see it all around you. And I was listening to some of Diane Hochman's stuff in the car, and she was talking about music and how that relates music or movies, and how if you start to listen to lyrics and start to watch movies with that business mindset, how you start to see that in everything. And I do already. My wife and I can't watch a movie or a TV program without relating a lot of business stuff to it. So when I'm in an area like that and I see all that commerce, my head's clicking like, okay, how does the transportation work? What are the logistics like? How do they get that off the fields and all that kind of stuff? So that's really, really interesting to me. And then of course from there we, on the way down to your house, we literally planned a 400-mile or a one-day vacation in 30 minutes and left the house to go have a birthday party with you. But on the way to see you, things changed and we started going, well, maybe we should do this. So we actually got to Monterey as well. Monterey, California's fishing and all that kind of stuff. So then you see all that kind of thing and the tourism. And, for me, it's all just fascinating how it all works. And for me, my mind is always, trying to figure out how this is happening and how the commerce works and how it all kind of interconnects the farmland with the fishing and gaming and all that kind of stuff. This morning, or last night, we wound up in Ventura, California. Obviously, we broadcasted from, where did I broadcast from? Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara, yep.
Yeah, downtown Santa Barbara on State Street. And from a cool little Mexican restaurant, actually, called the Sandbar, which is really weird, but it's a great little Mexican restaurant called the Sandbar. And then from there, we went down to Ventura, spent the night in Ventura. Ventura is very similar in area to your area, but it's more. It seems to be more fruit. Like, well, I guess you guys have a lot of fruit there, but it's like we stopped at this little fruit stand and got fresh oranges and avocados and all that kind of stuff. And again, watching those workers in the fields and seeing how that all works. And by the way, any of you guys that think that illegal immigrants are killing your jobs, you're out of your freaking mind if you think that any of you guys watching this would ever go work in those fields, because we stopped at one point or slowed down because I didn't know if they would like us. I was going to actually stop and do a video from there about this, but man, these guys are just like as fast as this, like they're on this little moving thing and they're kind of like laying down on this moving platform and they're grabbing stuff as fast as they can and boxing it as this thing's going. And I'm looking at these guys, Rod, and I'm like, there is no way in hell I would do that. And this time of year, it's beautiful out.
Those guys work their ass off. Period.
Oh, it's incredible watching these guys, and I'm thinking, this is 70 degrees today. Like it's perfect, but I can't imagine doing that when it's 100 out. And there are days when they do that. I know this is kind of probably harvest season, so that's why the majority of them are out there. But I can't imagine doing it any hotter than it was today, because it would have been crazy. So yeah, I kind of laughed.
When you start getting into the grapes and the raisins, that's when it's 100+ degrees outside, when they're picking and drying and boxing and all that stuff. Yep.
Right. But I just looked at my wife and I laughed, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can just see all the applicants lining up to take that job. I'm like, when they see that in the paper, I'm like, no way. There's no way that the average person is going to do that, because it's just a boatload of work. It's so much manual labor. It's crazy. But anyways, and then we saw that Ventura, actually downtown Ventura, was just dead. And the girl down at the restaurant was telling us how they really struggle during the winter there in Southern California, because it's such a tourist-based thing. And so it's sad to see, but some great restaurants. I love Ventura, or Ventura. I don't know how you say that, but how certain people say it. But it's really a cool little town. Their downtown area is really neat. We ate at this little French bistro for breakfast. It was very cool. But a quick 4-day vacation, just kind of a little circle from your house up through Monterey, down the Pacific Coast Highway, and then back through Santa Clarita and home today. So back out of that rich, that rich farmland and back out here to the desert where nothing grows except for casinos.
Yeah, and that's if nobody's taken that PCH or Highway 1 drive between Monterey and the Central Coast around wherever Santa Maria, Santa Barbara, whatever, that whole stretch of coast, man, that is such a beautiful drive down there. Take
crazy.
some time and go for it. I mean, it's definitely not a quick drive by any means, but
no, it's not a quick drive, and you can get caught behind people. We actually stopped at this place called Elephant Seal Beach. It's right near the Hearst Castle. If you guys get a chance to see Hearst Castle, that's really cool. We didn't do that this trip, but we always stop at this little Elephant Seal Beach, and there's literally thousands of these elephant seals, and it's not something that a lot of people get to see in the wild a lot. And there's a lot of babies were just born, and there was a lot of dead calves and stuff. And the lady there basically said that 1 in 7 don't make it, and I was thinking, man, if humans did that, it would be crazy. But
and this is about the right time of year for those, because that's when most of those elephant seals are up on the beach. Because I know exactly where you're talking about. I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah, so cool, dude. So cool. It's a great place to take your granddaughter. But anyways, so we see business everywhere we go, folks, and of course part of the fun of having a job where we can do this sort of thing, where literally, I'm on a laptop, Rod's on his desktop tonight, but tomorrow night Rod's going to be on his laptop because he's going to be down in LA. This lifestyle, this internet lifestyle or network marketing lifestyle, allows you to work from anywhere, and that's one of the reasons why we try to broadcast no matter where we are, because it's really cool to be able to have that flexibility to be able to go anywhere you want to go and do this. I mean, we could do this in Vegas and Fresno. We could do this in Australia. It doesn't matter. It really allows you this really cool freedom of lifestyle to be able to go anywhere you want to go as long as you have an internet connection.
Why are you picking on Australia for?
What's because you've got people from Australia in your house, and we're actually talking to some people in Australia about our business, so that's been really cool. Not picking on them, but Rod's got friends that are staying with him, guys, and this is a cool fact. If you live in Australia or going to Australia, they actually leave tomorrow, and they leave Wednesday and they land on Friday. So I thought that was really cool. They're just gonna skip Thursday and go right to Friday. Yeah. And when they flew over, they landed before they left or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. They left like Sunday morning at 11:30 in the morning, I think it was, and they landed here Sunday morning at 6:30.
Right. So it's really cool.
So they actually lost, I don't know, or gained, I guess. They gained about 5 hours on the day.
Right, so it's very, very cool. But anyways, we are here to talk about lead mastery, and of course, as you guys know, if you're in the network marketing industry, if you're in any business, guys, you don't have to look at just if it's leads and you're in a different business, look at it as customers. If you're in an accounting business, look at it as clients. If you're a doctor, it's clients. If you're an attorney, it's clients. Clients, leads, customers, prospects, whatever you want to call it, all of that stuff is what makes or breaks your business. The more people you have to talk to about your business, the more money you're going to make, period. Doesn't matter what business you're in. The more eyeballs you have looking at your ads, the more people you're going to eventually get into your business. And that's what leads are all about, and that's what this lead mastery system is all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Rod, what do they got? You said they had 6 modules, right?
Yep. There's actually 5 core modules, and then there's a bonus module. So, six modules altogether. So the first module is really Ray Higdon and Todd Falcone talking all about prospecting. And anytime you generate leads, you got to have a way, to talk to the prospects and get them into your business and find out what their need is so that you can find the best opportunity for them. So, the first module really talks a lot about, really how to start asking questions to people as you generate leads, so that you can really find out what they're, we talked about this a little bit last time, I think, really how to find their pain. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing, because we're going to be the pain relievers.
Right. And if you guys have never heard either, if you've been online for any length of time, you've heard of Ray Higdon and Todd Falcone. Probably more so Ray. Ray's been everywhere lately. Todd not so much, but he's still one of the biggest and the best recruiting trainers in the industry. And if you've never heard either one of these guys speak, you owe it to yourself to find something that you can hear these guys a little bit. So we know that Module 1 is going to be just a killer module when it comes to prospecting. Both of these guys are masters at this stuff, and they'll take it to you in Module 1. And if you listen and learn from those two guys, your closing ratio will increase a bunch. Because they're just the best of the best. So Module 1 will be really, really cool. What do they have in what's Module 2 about?
Well, Module 2 is really with Daegan Smith, and it's really more targeted towards solo ads. So I don't know if too many people know exactly what solo ads are. They were kind of confusing to me for a little while till I kind of figured out what they were.
They're still confusing to me.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I really don't know a lot about them, Rod. Do you know a lot about or something about them?
I don't know a lot about them, but basically all it is you're creating an ad, and you're sending it to somebody that has a list that they're sending that out to. So it's really basically you're writing an email that's going to sell something, and you're buying a number of leads from people, and you're not really buying the leads, but you're paying somebody to send this ad out to their list.
Right. So you do some kind of split with them, or?
No, they generally will just charge you per. So say they have a list of 10,000, and you have this ad, and they'll send it out to the list of 10,000, and they'll just charge you X number of. It really kind of depends. Some people charge you like maybe a flat rate for this list of 10,000 they're going to send it to. There's some that may charge a percentage of whatever you're selling. I mean, there's all sorts of different strategies really with solo ads, but that's generally what it is you're creating an ad, and whoever is selling the solo ad is sending it out to a list that they've generated.
Very, very cool. And I know Daegan's probably got, I don't know if this is about Daegan's list per se, but this module, I think it said here that it talks about generating up to 2,000 leads a day. So man, maybe it's solo ads or something that I should be looking at to increase my lead flow. But I know Daegan's a rock star in the industry, so probably a really important module.
Well, I mean, you think about, say you send an offer out to somebody that, you capture their lead, right, and you send a solo ad out to somebody that has a list of 30,000 people.
Right.
And it's pretty easy to get a couple thousand leads in one day off of that.
Right. So very cool. So I might have to look at solo ads again a little closer, because I know just a little bit about them. I know there's Matt Barron in one of our No Excuses classes.
Yep.
I think he does solo ads a lot. So maybe it's something I need to probably have a look at.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, what about module 3? I think they go back to Ray, right?
Yep, Ray, and it's really all about blogging and how to really blog correctly, how to come up with articles. What some of the plugins he uses. Really how to write the article, all those sort of things. And he really uses no paid traffic whatsoever. Everything that he's done is organically captured, so from SEO and just word of mouth, because he sends out his blog post to his list, so everybody sees it every day that's on his list. He puts it on Facebook. He posts the stuff everywhere. So and that's what it takes.
Right.
So
and you guys know how we feel about blogging. If you're going to be branding yourself, and you should be, if you're branding your company, you're doing yourself a big disservice, because if something happens within that company, then then you're going to have a hard time all of a sudden switching to being, Bob the juice guy, and now all of a sudden, Bob's going to be in Bob the cream guy, and you're going to have to switch that. So you got to make sure that you're just your blog and all that kind of stuff is branding you, Bob, and not your company. And that's what this whole blogging thing has to do with, is getting your blog set up to brand you as a person. And then blogging is just a huge part of your business, regardless of whether you're in network marketing or, again, now if it's your own business and you're in retail, or you're an accountant or an attorney or something like that, that's a little bit different. But you need to be blogging if you're going to be online.
Yeah, and it really doesn't matter if you blog, if you want to brand yourself. Yourself could mean your name, or it could be, like I have Marketing Pro Success. That's my MLSP kind of branding that I have for it. So, it's still me. It's not, it's not another MLM company. It's me. So it doesn't matter. So you can do a company name, or you can do your personal name. It doesn't matter. But as long as it's something that's unique to you, that's not any one company specific.
Right. So and then module 4, we have Ray's lovely wife, right?
Yep, her Ray's lovely wife, Jessica. She's she's really been doing a lot of Facebook marketing, and I think she might be giving Michelle a run for her money here pretty soon, because I know she's been pretty dang successful here lately doing Facebook marketing as well. So she really dives into what she does with Facebook. Right,
and they very successful on Facebook, both Michelle and obviously now Jessica Higdon, signing up new reps every week into their primary network marketing company, which I'm sure a lot of you guys want to learn how to do. So that module will be really important to those of you guys who are using Facebook. Again, I don't use it as much as I probably should, but great module 4. What are they going to do in module 5?
Module 5 is video marketing. So my good friend Mark Harbert, he takes you in exactly what to do with video marketing. He's been generating 50-some leads per day in video for quite some time, and he's starting to get into a little bit of paid traffic right now, but I mean, let's face it, video marketing is where he's made all of his, that's where all of his successes come from at the beginning. And, sometimes you got to start branching out a little bit, but we want to make sure, to remind everybody, you really want to try and focus on one strategy until you master it. So there's a lot of strategies in this deal, and sometimes you got to try out a few of them to really determine, what you like doing and what's fun. Because let's face it, when something's fun, you're gonna have a lot better success at it because you enjoy doing it. So
because you're going to spend more time doing it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, YouTube's fun. I mean, I like them. Obviously, we like the video marketing stuff, and I agree. Again, folks, we always tell you about this, and last night was a lot about this, was targeting. Was not when we're talking about a target market, you're talking about a narrow focus on the people that you're talking about or talking to, but you also want to target your strategy and have whatever strategy that you're going to use. Strategy? I don't know what that was. Strategy that you're going to use.
Strategy.
Yeah, I guess a little, but you also want to focus on that strategy, because if you focus on that strategy, you're going to get a lot better at that. Get really good at that strategy first. Like Rod was just saying, Mark's going to venture out and do some other stuff, and he's looking at some paid traffic in that. He has the ability to do that. He has that word, I'm at a loss for words, but he has the ability to branch out now because he's already focused on YouTube for so long, and he's mastered that focus that now he has that option to go over and start doing something else. So if you start shotgunning a whole bunch of different stuff, if you get into this lead generation mastery, what this allows you to do is go through all of these programs and take a look and then go, okay, what's going to work best for me, and then hit that one hard. Focus and hit either Facebook or YouTube, whatever you decide you want to do, but don't get this thing, jump into lead generation mastery program, and then try and do all of them. Say, oh, cool, I'm going to throw a little solo ad out there, I'm going to do some blogging, I'm going to get Facebook, YouTube. I mean, can you do a little bit of it? Sure, but you got to really be careful not to get spread so thin that you don't have any focus anywhere. And so that's what this really kind of helps you do, is focus. So again, Mark has that option to be able to do that because he's focused so long on YouTube marketing. So you mentioned a 6th module, and I believe that's their bonus module, right?
Yep. The module number 6, it's really a bonus that they just threw in there, and the title of it is pretty much everything WordPress. So this really kind of goes into exactly the different plugins that people use, how to set up the blog, how to do hosting. I mean, it pretty much is, from A to Z on how to build your WordPress. And if you remember, I don't know, was that a couple of weeks ago, I guess it was, I think we did about a three show step-by-step WordPress build. So that you guys
if you folks want to learn about WordPress, Rod already covered that. Go to YouTube and search the Evening Buzz WordPress, and you're going to find 3 things in there that walk you through a bunch of stuff that you're going to need to know about WordPress, including the plugins and stuff like that. But I mean, nice little bonus anyways on everything WordPress, so that you can learn a little bit more. But you guys can always go to rodadavison.com as well, or go to paulgoesglobal.com, shoot us an email, and we'd be more than happy to help you out with your WordPress stuff as well. We're pretty adept at that stuff. So if you need any help with that, and you're not ready for this lead generation mastery thing yet, let us know. We'll help you out with that. But a great little bonus on module 6 there for lead generation mastery. So are you able to put a quick link up there, Rod? I know that you've got it here in the chat for everyone who's watching live. Like marketingprosuccess.com, guys, you can see that underneath Rod when he's talking. It's just /LGM for what does that stand for?
I'm just gonna do a quick.
Lead generation mastery.
I'll do a quick screen share there. So
there you go.
There's your. That's the link right there to the page for the lead generation mastery. So check it out. There's a quick 10-minute little video. Kind of gives you some more in-depth, specific information on it. Yep, and then. It gives you an opportunity to buy that. It's it's $77, I think. It's like dirt cheap for what it gives you, and check it out. So it's definitely one that's really good to check out, especially if you're new and just getting started. Gives you a little quick overview of some different strategies, and it's probably going to help. It's going to help you. I guarantee it.
Now, is that available to them as a mastery member? Like, if you're a mastery member, do they get that?
No.
So it's something they would have to purchase on top of being a mastery member?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. I mean, if you guys get a chance, you should still, check out go to, marketingprosuccess.com and you can do one of the 14-day trials. It's $10, and you can see everything that's going on the back of MLSP as well. But yeah, that lead generation mastery is over above and beyond the MLSP thing. So you should check that out anyways, because it's got a whole bunch of other things than what just is in the back office of MLSP. Although there is some great free training on most of that stuff in the back office, this gets a little bit more in depth. So that marketingprosuccess.com/LGM, which obviously stands for Lead Generation Mastery. So
that's right.
That's pretty much it for tonight, gang. Unless you've got something else to add, Rod.
No, I think the only thing I have left to add is make sure that you guys get on here tomorrow night, because we're going to actually take a deep dive into the back office of MLSP and really go through the power of MLSP and why you should be using MLSP, because it is, I mean, it's really the monster tool for any marketer.
Right. We kind of looked at it a little bit before, guys, and kind of like a little bit of a why, kind of like, yeah, MLSP should have it. But tomorrow night we're really going to kind of go a lot through the back office and show you a lot more that's going on there, so that you can really see that this is a tool that is going to work for you. Remember, it's not an MLM. It is a training system to help you generate leads, to learn some more about marketing. It's marketing training. It's a whole bunch of different things, and it has an affiliate program attached to it. So once you're in and rolling, you can show other people the system, and you can make a little bit extra cash off it yourself. So it's very, very cool. It's very, very powerful, and it's great for anybody who's in a network marketing company, or even thinking about getting into a network marketing company. I guess if you're an affiliate marketer as well, or even if you're if you're building any business online, there's a lot of great training back there that'll help you in whatever it is you're doing, right?
No, absolutely. I mean, it's, it'll teach you how to market even if you have a brick and mortar business. I can remember, I think, was it at No Excuses, or there was one guy that I remember going to one of these little workshops with, that he actually took one of the workshops, and he had a fitness club basically. So he was wanting to learn how to better market his brick and mortar business. So I mean, it's
right.
It'll teach you how to market for any business. It does, if you're online, offline, MLM, affiliate. It really doesn't matter. It's just freaking awesome.
Right. The majority of it is online based, though. That's for sure. It does teach you a little bit of offline stuff, but the majority of it is online based. But you can promote an offline business with these techniques. So it's very, very cool.
Yep, absolutely.
So that's about it. I was gonna say, I didn't know if you had a Jim Rohn quote ready for us today. If not, that's cool. I've literally had like hours and hours of Jim Rohn today when we were driving in the car.
Yeah.
Lori and I were doing the rolling classroom thing, and we had Jim Rohn rolling in the car, and it was
well. Then
it was
you
awesome.
should have a quote for us today.
Well, one of the only quotes that we were listening to a lot of his financial stuff, and he was. In this isn't a quote, but I'll just tell you a little bit about what he talked about. Is he talked about teaching a child how to use a dollar, and he said he's had people say it's only a child and it's only a dollar, and if not start there, when? At what point in time should you start teaching a kid what to do with a dollar? Should you wait till they're 40 and broke? Or should you teach them when they're young and their mind is a sponge and they can learn all that stuff? Kids understand that, and I think that's a really important thing for parents to learn, is that we're in the situation we're in now in the United States of America because we didn't know any better. Most people have no idea how to work a credit card or what it's all about, and we talked about that the other night. Yeah. Nobody knows how to use bank accounts, why they're using bank accounts, how to control their spending. We talk about that on the show a lot, and if you don't teach your kids now, they're not going to know in the future. So it's really important that we teach our kids what a dollar is all about, and the fact that we should be saving 10% of every dollar that we make. And again, that sounds impossible to some people. They're saying, well, I'm not making enough now. You are. You're just spending your money on the wrong things. And again, that's a choice, and we'll get into another video. I think we may do that money management training again one of these days. I think it's something I think it's a really powerful training. I think it's something that everybody needs to learn. And like I said, Jim talked about today was basically, I know what it was. He's talking about the Richest Man in Babylon book, which we actually listened to as well. And It just talks about how if you learn to save 10% from every dollar you make, life is a whole lot better. And I totally agree. And I wish someone had taught me more about that when I was younger, because I just didn't know.
I think he kind of talks about the kid with the dollar too, on whether kids should pay taxes or not.
Right. When they buy a chocolate bar, should they? And it's like, of course, unless they don't want to ride their bike on the sidewalk, they want to ride it in the dirt. So
that's right.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So,
and that Millionaire Mind is coming up in Las Vegas in April 25th, 6th,
Are you going to
7th,
come down here for that?
I think I am. I talked to my daughter the other day about going. I haven't told her what it is yet. I just told her there's a seminar I want her to go to.
Cool. No, it's awesome for everybody who hasn't gone, and we will talk about that again before that comes up, because we'll do another ticket giveaway and stuff, and be able to give away some free tickets to that. So we'll talk about that again. Yeah, a very important seminar. So for that, but that's all we've got for tonight, guys and gals. That was the information on lead generation mastery. We highly one of those nights. We highly suggest that you guys take a look at that. Check it out.
You didn't drink, Paul.
Yeah, I don't drink. I guess I need to start drinking tonight. marketingprosuccess.com/LGM. That's Lima Golf, Mike, and check that out. It's a great program. It'll teach you a lot about how to generate leads, prospects, clients, whatever you want to call them for your business. Help generate those so that you can create a better revenue stream for you and your family. So my name's Paul Charron, and that's me for the night. And Rod, take it home.
Okay, I just put the link back up there for everybody real quick, just so it'd be in the video. And coming at you from Fresno, and tomorrow night talking about a deep dive into MLSP. And we will see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And I will be coming at you somewhere in LA. I'm not sure yet, but I got to take my friends from Australia back to LAX airport. They're going to fly home. They've been out here for, I don't know, about 16 or 17 days. His daughter got married here that lives here in California, so that was pretty fun for them.
Cool. And it's going to be like Where's Waldo, but it'll be Where's Rod.
That's right.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night.